this week. I think they'll be 2-2, and I think that Tom Brady, you can never doubt Tom Brady, one of the best, if not the best, in the game. And the Patriots fans should not be worried at all.
Did you see the reports that came out that Rob Gronkowski threatened to retire if he was traded?
When was this?
This was earlier. First off, it was on draft day that there was a chance that a blockbuster trade could have happened where Rob Gronkowski was sent to the Detroit Lions. But Gronkowski threatened that he would retire if he was traded. So, with that being said, that trade wouldn't go through. And the reason why he gave that out, and he confirmed it too, he's like, Brady's my quarterback. I'm never going anywhere without Tom Brady.
What happens if Brady retires?
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe he
what
retires.
Gronk's going to retire at a very young age when Brady's 45 and Gronk's like
and wasn't
30.
there talks of him retiring?
Yes.
There was right after the Super Bowl game that he didn't even know. He wouldn't tell anybody right away if he was going to leave or not.
But the unsung thing about that, what he said, is he gave credit to somebody else for making him great, which is awesome. Because if you put Gronkowski on any other team, he's going to produce very well. But he's giving credit to Tom Brady, saying that he's the reason why I'm so good. Even though we know that Gronkowski is, who knows, maybe on his way to going to the Hall of Fame. Who knows?
Yeah,
he's that kind of player. He's that kind of player that can produce on any single team that you would want him on. Because I'm sure you would want him on the Bengals, right?
100%.
I'd want him on the Giants, too. I don't care about Ingram. I would look,
and he's hurt. Ingram's hurt.
If you gave me the choice of Rob Gronkowski or Evan Ingram at full health, I'm picking Gronk.
Yeah, I think everybody is.
I'm sorry, but
hands
it's
down,
true.
everybody's doing that.
Gronk is one of the best tight ends in the league. If you wouldn't want him on your team, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
You don't know football then.
How do I football?
No. Yeah, exactly. Jacksonville and Minnesota losing on Sunday. Which one of these two losses were you most shocked about? I was more shocked, actually, at the inept ability of Jacksonville scoring points against Tennessee. Now, Minnesota, I really just think that they need a mulligan on this one. Like, that's not going to happen again.
Not only do they need a mulligan, they need a full-on restart.
Because you know what's going to happen? They're going to all of a sudden just all this bottled up energy on their offense is just going to be let out this week against their opponent. That's how I feel. So I'm not worried about that. But Jacksonville, this was something that Jacksonville was kind of on the fence about going into the season. Is their offense good enough to play with their defense? They lost 9-6. Their defense played fine. It was the offense's inability to put points on the board. So that's why I say Jacksonville was a little bit more shocking on this loss. Not necessarily because of the way that they lost, but also, like, how is it going to affect them going forward? And Minnesota's going to be fine with Kirk Cousins.
And the week before, they put up a lot of points against Brady and the New England defense, and they won. And but I just want to say that I think that I'm surprised with Minnesota, a team a lot of people have going all the way, possibly.
Super Bowl favorites.
Getting killed to possibly the worst team in the league, what a lot of people would probably say. Only putting up 6 points. That's, like
embarrassing.
You said, they got to start over, and I don't know if it's going to be this week. They're playing the Rams on Thursday night, so it's going to be tough.
Ooh, that's right. I forgot about that.
This should be a fun game, but the Rams possibly won't have both their cornerbacks.
Peters is done.
Right.
Peters
and Talib is also going to probably be out
for a
this
month
game.
Too,
so at this point, does it make them better? I think so. Like I said, they have all this energy bottled up for their offensive unit.
The Rams are a bend.
I think it should be awesome.
The Rams are a bend don't break defense, though. Let's be honest. They still got that line. They still have the offense. As long as you can score points and you can just hold them just a little bit. Maybe, of course, you're going to score some touchdowns. That's not uncommon. You're going to score some field goals. That's fine. But the Rams' offense is better than the Minnesota offense. The Rams' defense,
they have a better running back.
The Rams' defense is.
You think Goff is better than Cousins?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay. I just think that the weapons,
the whole package.
Overall, this year, right now, the Rams' offense is better than the Vikings' offense.
Definitely.
And this is not really a shot to Minnesota. It's a new quarterback and a new system under a new coach, which we all knew what was going to happen. But Continuity, man. You got one of the best running backs in the game in Todd Gurley. You have an up-and-coming star in Jared Goff. You have a line that is going to give you plenty of time to throw this ball. It's going to give you plenty of holes to run this ball if you're Gurley and Goff, respectively. And the defense, even without Peters and Talib, they're still a great defense. I wouldn't say they're number one at this week because of the, of both of them that are missing, but again, this is just a bend, don't break defense, and I really, really think that this is going to be a close game, but it's going to be a high-scoring game.
All right. You're listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Kyle Mackay here with Eric Fischetti and Sam Ienberg, and we're going on to our next point of all four of the big-name quarterbacks. I'm not putting Lamar Jackson in this. I'm only doing Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold. Week 4 will be the first week that all four will start, as Monday they both, the Cardinals and the Browns, named their quarterbacks to be the rookies. Now, which one are you most surprised at starting already in Week 4? And were you thinking that it was going to be later? Because I did. I didn't think Baker Mayfield or Rosen were going to start this early in the season.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm kind of sticking with. I kind of expected Mayfield to start only because of his performance against the Jets. Darnold didn't really surprise me. He was going to be their guy from the beginning.
Darnold wasn't surprising, and Mayfield, I expected only him to start maybe a little bit later, maybe in like week 10 or on.
Week 10? No, I wouldn't have waited
and give him
that
like
long.
7 weeks to play the rest of the season.
I would have not waited.
I didn't think
I would not have waited that long to put in Mayfield. Allen did not really surprise me because Nathan Peterman is awful,
okay.
and it only took him a game to realize it.
I don't know why they even waited the first game.
I don't even know why Nathan Peterman is a quarterback in the league, let alone just let him play. Josh Rosen, however, I think kind of surprised me the most.
That's where I was going to.
Because the Cardinals have been abysmal on offense. Then you got to remember, new coach, new system. They lost their defensive coordinator. It's a whole new regime in Arizona right now. And I get the reason why you started Sam Bradford, to take pressure off Rosen. But Rosen is that kind of quarterback where I can see him rising to the occasion. And already this early in his career, I can see that. Even without him starting a game yet, I just get that sense about him that he's going to be a gamer. He's going to be one that's going to take risk. He's going to be one that's going to throw the ball a lot downfield. I like Rosen. I liked him coming in.
I liked him, and I even liked him so much that I thought that with the second pick, the Giants should have taken Darnold, and the Jets should have taken Rosen. That's how I thought that draft should have started, and I honestly did not think Baker Mayfield was going to be number one. I thought that Saquon Barkley was going to go number 1.
I did not.
Yeah, but I didn't expect Saquon to drop to like 5 or 6 either. That was the other thing there. So that's one of those weird things. Unless someone was going to trade the Giants and take Rosen a little early. But
who knows? But the thing, especially on draft night, I agree with you. If they didn't take Barkley, I would have wanted Darnold.
Yeah.
But, those are my final two options. It's like, if it's Darnold or Barkley, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy because Eli
especially
Manning,
in that number 2 pick. As soon as you saw Mayfield go, you kind of had that feeling of, okay, there's no wrong pick here. Just pick somebody.
There really isn't.
Pick one of the top 3 between Chubb, Saquon Barkley, and Darnold.
But apparently to you wanted Darnold. So
I do. I honestly.
Are you satisfied with Barkley?
I can't say that Barkley's a bad talent. He is outstanding. No, I can't say that.
Oh, okay. I
relax.
For a second.
Eric just looked at me as if I said something bad or whatever, but no.
I thought you did.
No, he is a fantastic talent. The guy is a phenomenal football player. But for me, I look at it long term. After Eli Manning, if Barkley doesn't win a Super Bowl in these next 2 years, this year and next year, and Eli Manning says, okay, I'm done. I'm going into the sunset. I've made enough money. I've won my 2 Super Bowls. Show me the Hall of Fame. I'll be in Canton in 5 years. I can't say that right now I necessarily feel very safe with whoever they're going to put in.
I think that
it's not going to be Lauletta. It's
I don't know. I don't know what Lauletta is.
It's not going to be Webb. He's gone, so I don't know.
He's on the Jets.
Yeah, I know. So that's where I look at it. I say I don't know who's going to be the future quarterback of this team.
I don't
leading Saquon Barkley.
Well, they think it's a win-now team, so they need a Barkley to fill that role.
No, I get that, and like I said, you can't.
Yeah, but that's kind of
all I heard was how great of a talent he is, and if he's there, you're going to take. And he is. I can't say that he's not. My thing is, I just think long term. That's how I always am.
Here's the thing.
With any team.
Let me jump in really quick. No matter what happens this year for the Giants, I have a feeling, because I don't know where they're going to pick. I don't think they're a playoff team. Do I think they can be a fringe playoff team? That might even be hard to say. no matter where they pick in the first round, I think they're going to pick a quarterback. Because you have 3 top-tier options. You have the kid from Oregon, whose name escapes me.
Yes, I know.
Drew Lock and Will Grier. Will Grier, former Florida prodigy.
Grier was the one that was in...
No. Grier is in West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to play in
I know
Florida.
who the Oregon quarterback is, the guy with the really long hair. Family's from Oregon,
I totally forgot his name.
I think he's like a Washington native, so that's why, or an Oregon native or something.
I totally forgot his name. I have to look at it now.
But no, I understand. Was that your full point?
Yep, that was it.
Okay, so I'm going to move on. Right now, I want to talk about real quick Jimmy Garoppolo out for the season.
Justin Herbert, that's his name. Sorry.
Herbert, okay. I remember watching on Saturday before I was going to the Nassau Lions football game, which they lost. Terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you were here, right?
I was not expecting to talk in halftime, too.
Sean was shocked that you were here.
I know,
he was like, did I ask him to come in?
No, look, what happened was I was on my way to get a haircut, and I had to, drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl, and so I popped in really quick, no pun intended, and... what's his name? Mark Talkie was like, "Come on, it's halftime." I'm like, "No, I gotta go." "Come on, okay." And then
just ask you twice. That's it.
And then I ended up talking about the Jets for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so that was fun.
But not a fun game for the Lions. I got to call play-by-play in that game. That was 52-26 was the final score.
Oh boy!
But they were playing a team. This other team, man, they were just phenomenal. They have got guys going to big schools after this. But yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo out for the season with a torn ACL. And this one I want to link up before you guys comment. The fact that Clay Matthews has been called for 3 roughing the passer penalties already through the first 3 games, but yet Jimmy Garoppolo out for the season without even being hit. He tore his ACL trying to make a cut move, even though he should have just went out of bounds. So you can't protect you have to put these quarterbacks in bubble wrap in order to protect them. The penalties are never going to help. So 2 points I'm just throwing out there. The penalties on Clay Matthews and all the other defensemen who are now, I guess, almost afraid to even touch the quarterback. And how you feel about Jimmy Garoppolo going out. I think that's a shame for Jimmy Garoppolo. I always pull for him, even though he's out west.
Football is going into an area of uncertainty, in my opinion. You don't even know what's a hit anymore. You don't know it's a legal hit.
Well, you're supposed to hit people, but I'm not sure if you can anymore.
What are you supposed to do?
You can't hit the legs. You can't. Yeah, I know, right? It's like a big pillow fight out there.
It really is.
Maybe they should start doing flag football. I mean,
do you remember?
It's close. Give it 5 years. We'll be there.
Did you watch South Park? Sarcastable?
No, I actually after you and Sean showed me that video, I started watching it. So I started at season 1 though, so I'm still like in the middle of season 1.
All you football fans / South Park fans, watch Sarcastable. That's basically where football is going. Where it's like, oh come on, yeah, that's a hit. We totally get it. Like that's where it, like that's where it's going. I feel awful for Jimmy Garoppolo, but if you're the Niners, you invested a ton of money in this guy. And how old is Jimmy Garoppolo? About 27, 28 years old?
Yeah, he's not old. He's maybe 26, 27, something like that.
Are you getting nervous investing this kind of money in this type of player?
Well, it wasn't necessarily like he was bad or anything like that. He definitely, in my opinion, he deserved the contract. And
yeah, so do I.
Okay, so I guess what you're saying is, were you nervous about him running?
No. What I mean is, this is a pretty big injury, and you look at guys like Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson, and look at how they're coming back right now. Carson Wentz doesn't look like he missed a beat. Deshaun Watson looks like he's trying to progress slowly. On a steady
so you're
incline.
Wondering which one is Garoppolo going to be on?
Which one is
train track is he going to be on to recover?
That's kind of it. Or is he not going to be the same player? I don't think he's not going to be the same player, but it's something to think about because they invested a lot of time and a lot of money into this quarterback, and this was a team in the NFC that I can see being a sleeper playoff team. Not saying Super Bowl, but they can be on their way.
Yeah, I don't think so anymore. There was reports that they're looking at a bunch of different quarterbacks. Colin Kaepernick was not one of them. Honestly, this is what I was pointing out earlier when the Jets made that trade. I think that was literally our first show, was when the Jets made that trade.
Yeah, it was.
And this is the kind of thing that I was talking about. One, the fact that a couple of quarterbacks have played really bad through the first couple weeks, and also the fact that you were just waiting for an injury like this. The Saints, honestly, probably just called them up Teddy Bridgewater, second-round pick, because we got him for a third. So it might work out. So that was just something I wanted to ask about. Clay Matthews, Sam, and not even Clay Matthews, but the penalties and the hit rule.
How about just defenses all around?
Yeah, no, it's weird because no matter what sports channel you tune into now, they have some defensive linemen that will tell you we're not even clear on the hit rule. And we're trying to be
Somebody
clear.
just got hurt trying to avoid a flag.
Yeah, I saw that too. He was trying to not hit the quarterback with all his force and ended up tearing
and then all
ACL.
of a sudden he got hurt and he's out for the game. Wait, ACL?
No, he tore his ACL. That defenseman I think you're talking about, I forget which